Alright, we just checked the audio. I guess it sounds pretty good. We're just gonna roll with it. I was asked by a friend of mine to make a tutorial video. The hair is gonna look terrible. That's typical. I was asked by a friend of mine to make a tutorial video. Um, and I was asked by someone in the comments. Shout out to you, my guy. Who keeps listening to my beats. I really do appreciate you. Was asked by him to make a, or her, or whatever, to make a tutorial video on how to make a beat on bandlabs. And my tutorial for that is do not use bandlabs. I'll do a video in the future of using bandlabs just to kind of show how terrible it really is and just kind of have fun with that. But we are going to do a quick tutorial on how to make a beat in FL. This is a tutorial for people who have never opened up FL. If you've never opened up FL before, you want to make a beat, but this shit looks like too confusing. You know what I'm saying? It makes it look, this shit looks like I'm flying a plane right now. I don't know what I'm looking at. If that's you, this video is for you. If you're tired of looking up tutorial video after tutorial video and having people explain shit that you don't understand, this video is for you. So just follow my steps. Go to File, right up here at the top left. Follow the mouse. Fucking new from template. Slide over here. Empty. Click. Whatever. Just click no. Save no if that was there. Now it'll pull up this. This will always come up. This probably won't come up, so we'll close out of this. But this will come up. This should come up. If this does not come up and you're like, where is this at? Go over to here. Now this says channel rack. Follow the mouse. It's very important. If you go all the way to the left, see how it says hint pad right there? Keep your eyes on where it says hint pad. I'm gonna drag my mouse all the way back over to where it said, where I wanted you to click before. It says view channel rack now. Now everything that you move your mouse on, that little section at the top left, it's gonna tell you exactly what you're hovering over. So it's a little hint. We're gonna go click on the channel rack. Boom. Open up the channel rack. It'll say sampler. Who gives a shit about that? Right click on that. Come over here. It says replace. This is VSTs. I'm assuming that you probably don't have any VSTs, so let's assume that you have nothing. Everyone has FL keys. So open FL keys. Now we're gonna add another VST. Don't worry, we won't use it just yet. We're just gonna add it. Now, again, I'm gonna try to use something that everyone should have. Mini synth. Everyone should have mini synth. It's gonna sound like, you know, the most basic, simple trash shit ever, but we're just trying to get us started real quick. So now what I just did was, let me close out of this so I can show you step by step. Right click on FL keys, bro. The thing that you just opened. Right click on it. Hover over piano roll. Click on piano roll. Boom. Now we're in the piano roll. Now we can make some sounds. Now we can actually, you know, fuck around and do something. Now you can do this. This doesn't matter too much. But since I'm assuming that you've never made music before, ever, on any type of instrument, you don't know music theory, and you don't know how to read music, and I don't know how to read music either. And maybe you're tone deaf. You can still make music if you're tone deaf. So come over here, we're just going to pick a random key, F. I normally just stay with minor natural. You can pick any one of these. It does not fucking matter. I literally just pick this one every single time. So if you want that, to just pick this every single time, you can do that if you want. I click on F just because who gives a shit, just pick a key. Then we're going to match this to what we just matched on this. And how I'm opening this, I'm right clicking on this. I am right clicking on this, and on this little thing next to the little note or music scale thing looking thing, it says snap to scale. That's going to keep you in key all the time. So right click on that, pick the same key that we picked on the thingy. So we click F. Make sure that it's set to minor natural, blah, 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 blah. Click on that. This, you don't really need to mess with this too much. If you right click on this, you can kind of change it. Don't really matter. If you left click on it, say line and all that stuff, you don't need to mess with this for that video. Or that for this video. We're just going to place down a thing. You see how it says F right there? Even if you wanted to, you can even click this off. We'll get a little crazy. We'll get a little crazy. And we'll move this up and down. Let's just say that one sounds good. I picked it randomly. Let's just say that you wanted this one because it sounds good out of all of these ones. Also, stay in a scale. This is called a scale. If you don't know music, this is called a scale. Basically, you're going to make a melody within this scale. So we'll just draw something out here real quick. Oh, sorry. That's fine. Don't overthink. Press play. Boom, that's a fucking melody right there. Just control, hold left shift, or hold left click, drag, just like if you were to, you know, copy something on a desktop. Then hold control, once it's selected, hold control and then press B and it'll duplicate it over. Boom, now we got a melody. Now we're cooking with a melody. All I did was just fucking place some fucking blocks down. But kind of making sure, I will say, make sure that it's kind of just repeating after the other one. You want to make this into like a video game level. Basically, think of it like a 2D. You don't do this all the time, but it's a good rule. Kind of treat this like a video game platformer. You know what I'm saying? Like, see how it goes, ding ding. It's kind of like a character jumping up. It's like, oh, dun 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 dun. See, kind of like, I don't know. I'm not explaining it, but it does kind of feel like that if you, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, we got a melody. We just click that down. Make sure you just do whatever I'm doing. Just click a fucking melody. Make sure it sounds good. Click it over. Now, this is called 1 bar. Whenever it gets to 2, we're at 1 bar. Whenever it gets to 3, we're at 2 bars. So on and so forth. 5, we're at 4 bars. We go to 9, we're at 8 bars. Why is it like that? I'm not really sure. Don't question it too much. But making this shit is not rocket science. So now that we got a melody, let's come down here to another scale. So we're going to come down here to one more scale so it's a little bit darker. We're going to place down just a note. Sounds a little off. It's because we put this one, notice that this is not in the same key as this. I don't know why I did that on accident. It's because, actually, that's why. I did not hit snap to think, so this is not in key. So I'm gonna bring that in key. I'm also gonna control, select all of these, control drag, select all of these. I'm gonna hold shift on the up arrow, bring it up, bring it up one more, and I'm gonna drag this one down, drag this one down. Just kind of give it more of a feel. Again, don't overthink this. Control S. Save. Saving is gonna help your entire life. If you don't own FL, I don't think you can save, or maybe you can save, but you can't export. But you can use the free trial of FL and just cook up beats. But I don't think. I think you can. That's what it is. You can't save on the free version of FL, but you can export. So you would have to cook up like everything and then export it, which it sounds terrible, but it's really not that bad. But I do highly suggest trying to buy the version of FL or trying to arg matey that shit. So if you can do either one of those, do that shit. Get FL Studios or Logic I don't know the other ones. Get a better. Don't use bandlabs. So we're gonna save it as fucking it's called TR tutorial, whatever, TR. So now we're playing. This is called a metronome. I'm gonna click the metronome, just kind of make sure we're staying in a rhythm here. So now I got this dark thing. I'm gonna control select it. I'm gonna hold shift and then hold what's it called, left click to drag it over. Now that I have it selected, I'm gonna hold control. Actually, I'm gonna hold shift and then I'm gonna hold down on the arrow key. Let's kind of bring it where I didn't pick that like 1, 2, 3. I didn't count or anything like that. Just fucking place it and make sure it sounds good. We'll place another one right here, and then another one right here. Sounds like it's happening a little too fast. Dragged it over. Boom. Now we have a fucking melody. Let's make this into a full thing of chords though. So since this is in a scale, I want to make sure that this is staying in a scale. So I'm going to just drag this one over to make an octave, I think it's called. If you want to do that also, you can come to this little thingy over here. Fuck. Sorry. Right next to the little scale thing that we were clicking on. If you click on this and you go to octave, so all of these is just like minor, so whatever. If you click on octave, it's literally just the same exact thing that we just placed before. So now we're cooking. Now we're cooking a little bit. So come back over to view channel rack. Make sure you guys can hear me. I don't know if you can hear me through that, but make sure you come over to view channel rack. Now we're gonna add a counter melody. So remember when we pulled up the mini synth or the other plugin, whatever plugin that you're using? Right click on that, go to piano roll. Click around, bruh. Click around. Sounds good. I don't want it, since this is not on key with this one, so I don't really want it to play like immediately, but maybe we drag it back. Maybe we drag this one a little longer and just kind of, just something simple, just something simple. Don't overthink it. So now what we're gonna do is, make sure you guys can hear me and pause that. So hit control, and this is going to be selected, or one of these is going to be selected, and just control, hold shift control, and then click so that you can select both of these. Then hold control and click L. That will automatically put both of these onto a mixer track, and it should bring up your mixer track. If your mixer track does not come up, go to motherfucking view mixer, click on that shit. Boom. If it's not like popping up for some reason and it's like looking like that, click this little drop down thing, it'll come up. Also another little boom, go back to the mixer. Another little good little quick thing to know, if you can't see the master for some reason, it's because this little thing, click on that. Do that a couple times so you can make sure you see that. I don't know how many fucking times I did that shit and I was like, why the fuck want the master? Where is it at? Also, another thing that nobody makes a video on, but I'm gonna explain this real fucking quick. If you double click your channel rack, it will get stuck. It will stay in the place to where you cannot move it. If you double click the top bar again, you can move it around. You double click this bar, it gets stuck. You double click it again, it moves around. I had the fucking an hour and a half of looking through fucking Reddit to fucking figure that shit out. I don't know why nobody decided to make a video on that. But shout out to the one guy on Reddit that made a video on that. So now we're cooking. We're gonna click this metronome just to make sure that we're kind of staying in a little bit of a rhythm here. We're gonna add some effects, just to kind of, you know, make sure that you got a lot of versatility into making your own beats. So FL keys, click on this. This is everything that you're putting right here. This is going to be your effects for whatever thing that you have into the mixer. So let's say you have this into the this channel. You got FL keys going in this channel. You put how I did that, by the way, click on this drop down. You can go to replace, or click on the drop down, click select, hover over it, come into this drop down menu, click on parametric EQ. You can also click on OTT. OTT is a very good plugin. You should definitely get that if you do not have it already. It just kind of makes things sound like EDM or whatever. So now we got a parameter now we got an EQ pulled up. We're gonna take some of this low end out because we're about to add some drums and some bass. So we don't want too much low end peaking. We still want some low end coming. So hover. All I did was click on this little thing. You know what I'm saying? Just follow what I'm doing. I'm just trying to get to this guy right here. Then I'm gonna drag this thing over a little bit. Still got a little bit too much low end coming out. So I'm gonna hover over this, and then on my mouse wheel, I'm gonna scroll up on the mouse wheel. Scroll up on the mouse wheel. You can also scroll down on your mouse wheel to enhance it, but we're gonna scroll up on the mouse wheel. Take some of that low end out. Sounds a little too high end now, so take some high end out and pull some low end back in. Take a little bit more out. Exit out of there. Don't overthink it. The hair's looking terrible, but we're gonna keep it going. Now press this little green button to make sure that we can hear it or not hear it. Same thing. Slot EQ. Boom, boom, boom. Drag this over. Scroll up. Take some of this high end out. Always take some of the high end out on your melodies or your counter melodies too, or leads, because we're about to start adding some motherfucking. Also, yeah, now we're starting to add this shit. This thingy is your Explorer thing. So if this isn't popped up, go to over here, go to View Explorer. Boom, that'll come up right there. Now you should have some drum kits. If you don't have a drum kit, go get a drum kit, because do not use stock FL Studio sounds. If you want to know how to get a drum kit, let me teach you how to get a drum kit real quick. You come over here, and then you go you look at why I was looking at Michael Jordan. I don't remember why I was doing that, but you gotta, let's say yeet, you like yeet, you gotta yeet, look at that, drum kit Reddit. That's all you look up right there. Yeet drum kit Reddit, and there you go. Alright, now we're back. So now that you got a drum kit in here, I'm assume that you can you can look up a video real quick on how to get a drum kit. Now we got a drum kit. Open that bitch up. They got sounds. They got a hi-hat in here. Now drag the hi-hat in, just like that. Click on the hi-hat. It should say use loop, but make sure that's not selected. Click over to this little wrench thing. Click cut self. Right click on hi-hat. You can press this right here. You can click on this. You can also right click on it and click the number 2 on your keypad, and it'll do the same exact thing. Now we're gonna add a clap. Always add your clap like right here. We add a snare just because we're making a little trap. We're making trap. Always just kind of add your snare like a little off. I don't know. Now we're gonna add some bass. So grab an 808, no matter which one. Just grab an 808. I like to normally just click it in here. Also, same thing for your snare. Make sure that your snare. You click on your snare, same thing as your hi-hat. Click on here, go to take that loop thing off, cut self. Same thing for our clap. We're gonna do the same exact thing here. Cut self. 808. We're gonna come in here. We're gonna use that thing. We're gonna cut self again. We're gonna come in here. You don't always have to do this, but mix your 808s. Pull this attack down, pull the release down, descend, pull that down, pull the hold up a little bit, make the volume louder, make that bitch yam. These are our root notes, okay? I don't really know what makes it that, but I mean I kind of do, but we don't have time to explain all that dumb shit. What makes it our root notes, I guess we should say, is since we had these chords here, these are our root notes of the chords. This is the key that we're staying in. This is your root note. This will always sound good. That's your root note. Bass is a little loud. Control A to select everything. Hold Alt, scroll down on your mouse wheel. Want to make it louder? Go opposite. Control A to select all. Hold Alt, scroll up on your mouse wheel. Keep it low though. Now, same way that we added these to the mixer, we're gonna add all of this. Hold Control, drag, select all of these. Hold Control, press L. Now we got all of this stuff on the mixer. Now you can kind of start adjusting volumes and stuff if you want. But keynote, every time you add an 808, pretty much mix your 808s. Select. We're gonna go on the 808. This, pull up an EQ, drag out some low end, drag out some high end. It's like this. You can just make this real quick. It don't matter too much. We're gonna add another thing for the 808. Fruity Fast Drive. It's gonna add some distortion to it. This will just kind of help your 808 sound good. I normally just max it out. All you gotta do is just take this threshold and just pull that threshold all the way up. You can put it on 1, you can put it on 2, you can keep it on this if you want to. I just pull it all the way up. Let's put it right here actually, because it sounds a little bit better on this one. I'm just fucking guesstimating, you know what I'm saying? We'll put another one on here. We're gonna put Fruity Wave Shaper. So all this is just like a clipper. So it'll kind of clip the sounds. We're gonna go to the master track over here. So this is going to affect every single thing being played into here. So I'm gonna pull up an EQ, pull a little bit of low end up, pull a little bit of high end up. I'm gonna take a little bit more low end out, so the 808's kind of yamming right now. Again, just fucking around. Select this. We're gonna go to Fruity Limiter. Now, whenever you pull up a Fruity Limiter, this is supposed to just be like a compressor type deal. If you're using it as a compressor, come to this envelope thing, turn these all the way down. I'm no engineer, I don't know why you do that, but we'll normally adjust the sound a little bit. We make it a little bit louder, turn the gain down a little bit more. And boom, we made a beat. Boom. I hope that you learned something. Yeah, I hope you learned something. Also, you know what? We got time. We got a little bit of time. And I'm not really going to be editing this, so we're going to make another beat. So go to File, fucking New, Empty. We're going to make another one real quick. I got like 5 minutes or something. I got to go to work, but we got the quarter zip on. We're feeling good. So, for anybody else out there, I'm assuming that you probably, maybe get Splice or something like that. Or let's say that you don't really want to make your own melodies or whatever. I am not good at sampling, so do not watch my videos for samples. Also, if you want to get better at this, watch Nick Mira's live streams. And just watch people make music. My biggest biggest note for who you should watch the people that are actually doing the shit. Don't watch people that are just making tutorial videos. Do you know what I'm saying? If that makes any sense. Yeah, you can learn a lot from the people that are just making tutorial videos, but if you really want to learn how to make good music, really, watch people that are actually, like Nick Mira, or people that are actually, making albums. Anyway, that's a side tangent for another day. But let's say you got fucking splice. I don't have splice because I don't really use loops. So FL has this weird fucking thing that I never use ever, but we'll come over here and we'll just pick it. I just went to here, sounds. A lot of these sounds are not free, so that's why I never use this thing. But go to guitar, instrument, guitar, lead. I don't know what I'm clicking on, so this is free, so no, we're not using that. Excuse me, I know I was loud. This sounds pretty cool. We're gonna use this. Let's drag this in. So now that we're in the playlist, it says pat, so this is gonna be playing everything in your pattern up here. So everything in that channel rack that we were doing, everything before it. So now you click song, and it'll play everything in your playlist. So I double click on this to pull up this. We're gonna drop down this menu here. We're gonna put it on stretch so that way we can adjust the tempo and stuff without it going out of this little section. We want it to stay in this. Excuse me. Fuck. Fucking hiccups. We want it to stay in this section. You know what I'm saying? You don't really want it to like go out of these. Make it look nice and neat, I guess. I don't know how else to explain it. Go to 9. Just stop at 9. Or stop at 5. So now we got a melody. You know, we're not even going to adjust this melody. So we're just going to... All I did was go to this track right here. I just drag up or down. Like literally dragging up or down. And then it'll go to select the track 1. So that's what I put it on, track 1. Pull up another EQ, same as we did last time. See, there's a lot of mid-end coming out right here. So this is another EQ. I'm gonna pull this and then just adjust that like that. You can kind of copy what I just did there. I'm gonna pull up a little low end out, a little high end out. Again, we're not thinking about this too much. Okay, so we got pattern 1. If you ever need to make another pattern, come up to right here, click boom, and then I just click enter, and it'll just say pattern 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can name them if you want to. If you want to be nice and organized. I am the most unorganized slug around, so I just fucking click enter. So I double clicked on this to make sure that we're going to this pattern. So I'm then gonna pull up channel rack once I've double clicked on it. After I've double clicked on it. So now we got the channel rack up. I'm going to click on this drop down menu. And I'm going to click on all. Now I'm going to go back to all over here so I can see my drum kits. That's the only reason I'm doing that. Now we're going to add some bass. Sure. Click on that. Does it tell us what key this is in? C minor. It tells us. Alright, C minor. You don't really need to know the key. I was kind of hoping that it actually didn't tell us. So kind of find it out. Either way, just do this. Make sure it's like doot doot. You know, like boop boop boop. So that way you can really kind of know like what you're on. Control Alt to select. Hold Alt. Scroll up on mouse wheel while holding Alt. Drag this out just so I can kind of see what's going on. And then I'm gonna hold shift, hold click, left click, and then just drag it over. And then we're just gonna kind of make so the reason I just went down right there is because you hear that doot doot doot, it kind of goes down. And probably go back up like right there too. This is probably not the exact key that it's in, but you know, don't need to. You know, we don't need to fucking be. control also, make sure that we're going to the 9. Oh, double click on here. So same thing as out there on the playlist. Now control A to select everything, control B, you know, to copy it over. Control A to select everything, drag all this down. Now we're gonna make sure that our 808's a little mixed. Just keep it like that. Again, you don't need to put that envelope thing on all the time. Just do whatever sounds good, dude. Again, I just placed this always on this one right here. Sounds good. That's trap. It's also just like where kind of you would put a clap at, really. All I'm doing is just selecting over that. I'm making sure that I'm on 2 so that it copies over into the exact placement. Like every one of these is the exact same. Anyway, control all to select all of them. Hold Alt, scroll up on the Alt wheel, the fucking mouse wheel. Now we're yamming. Pull up the 808. I want this motherfucker to yam. A little bit too much yam, you know what I'm saying? Too much yam on the too much yam sauce on it. Now select those. I'm gonna bring this into a menu. Throw a little EQ on the 808. Throw a little wave shaper on it, same thing we did last time. Add some hi-hats to it. Come to your hi-hat, and the loop off, cut self. See this little length thing? Pull that length up. You can now adjust your sounds. Make sure you always kind of adjust your sounds. Now, I don't really like this hi-hat too much. So, making sure that this menu is open and that this is selected, I can come here and the mouse scroll thing, select that. You can change it without having to like just drag and select it over. It's very useful. Just fucking click around, dude. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? Make sure that this is so. Since we just kind of made those right there, I'm gonna come to this 5, and I'm just gonna make sure that this is the same. You know what I'm saying? It just repeats over. Alright, Control S. I'm gonna save. Call it friggin' T. I don't care. Who gives a shit? Call it. And there you go. You made another beat. You haven't structured it, but now you're on your way, okay? Now you have opened up FL, you made a loop, and you put a beat to it, and then we took a loop, and then we put a beat to it. It's not sounding great, but again, I'm no Nick Mirror, and neither are you. You're just starting. This is what this video is for. So again, this video is for the people that have never opened up FL before. If you did enjoy it, I do appreciate it. Hopefully the levels sound good because I don't feel like re-recording this. Quarter zip gang. And yeah, I'm out of here.